This is Pulse 95.
Pulse 95.
It's the Morning Majlis.
It's the Morning Majlis.
Talking the stories that are shaping headlines, plus those that make you go,
Welcome back onto the Morning Majlis, and happy Thursday to all the listeners out there. I hope everyone's having a safe commute and also enjoying their Thursday morning and a great start to this day. Well, it's definitely a good day to be doing things later on after work, especially shopping. Who doesn't love shopping? Because, now is the perfect time to do so, because we did have the big shopper sale starting yesterday here in the Emirate of Sharjah. It came into its second edition, and we saw the participation of all major global brands, homegrown labels, as well as regional players who will be offering their best deals on lifestyle, beauty, and fashion products to woo the shoppers. So if you haven't been to Expo Center Sharjah yet, you can still do so. It's going on until, I believe, the 6th of June, the big shopper sale. And it starts every day from 11 a.m. and it closes at 11 p.m. every single day. It's a 5-day mega sale event that offers fantastic deals, exciting discounts of up to 70% on the latest home appliances, smartphones, fashion, handbags, dresses, abayas, perfumes, cosmetics, you name it. Major brands as well and retailers that are taking part in this event. We have for example, Tom's, Brand Bazaar, Gaunt, La Senza, Lacoste, Aldo, you name it. So they're all taking part in this extravaganza. So if you haven't been, you can go. And we have other exciting events and festivals happening also in the Emirate of Sharjah. We also saw the Nair festival starting yesterday as well, and it's going until tomorrow. And this event will definitely see festivities offering the public a program full of dynamic activities designed to provide education and entertainment. So we're going to look into that as well. What's this festival all about, and what are you going to get out of it if you attend? So stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned to Pulse 95. We're also going to be talking about the upcoming Expo event in the neighboring Emirates. And the American University of Sharjah is, in fact, going to play a big role in creating a mural at the United States Pavilion. That is
big
so
deal.
Interesting. Yeah, to see the American University of Sharjah representing in his fashion. We'll talk all about this mural, what we expect to see, but it's always nice to see a little bit of Sharjah wherever you go. We're also going to be talking about business relations with Japan. The United Arab Emirates and Japan are going to be launching a business council as well. We'll talk about the implications of that for trade and much more on the Morning Majlis. So stay tuned to Pulse 95. If you'd like to join the conversations, text us at 4215. Here's If I Ain't Got You by Alicia Keys.
Oh, I love this song.
Amazing.
This is Pulse 95.
Pulse 95.
It's the Morning Majlis.
It's the Morning Majlis.
Welcome back onto the Morning Majlis, and we are talking about exciting festivals that are taking place here in Sharjah. The Supreme Organizing Committee for the 21st edition of the Nair Festival, that is organized by the Environment and Protected Areas Authority here in Sharjah. It's headed by His Excellency Sheikh Sultan bin Ahmed Al Qasimi, the chairman of the High Organizing Committee for the Nair Festival, and also the chairman of the Sharjah Media Council. Well, they announced the start of the festival's activities yesterday, and it's going until tomorrow. That's June 4th. So basically this event, it will see 3 days of festivities. They're offering the public a program that is full of dynamic activities designed to basically provide education and entertainment for the public. And the festival stresses the importance of highlighting the environmental, tourism, and also the cultural value and status of the Nair Reserve. So according to the chairman of the High Organizing Committee, His Excellency Sheikh Sultan bin Ahmed Al Qasimi, he said that throughout its course over the past few years, the festival has established the position of Nair Island, which was included on the UNESCO pre-World Heritage List in 2012, and that is in recognition of its environmental and cultural importance as the first natural state or site in the United Arab Emirates. And the festival will also promote environmental protection practices and also the importance of preserving our nature, biodiversity as well, and it will attract huge and large numbers of heritage and environmental tourism enthusiasts from inside and also from outside the UAE.
That's right. And Her Excellency Hannah As-Suwaidi, chairperson of the Environment and Protected Areas Authority, said the festival's 21st edition is going to include a package of heritage activities and programs to highlight the spirit and beauty of nature associated with the heritage of Sir Nair Island. The island enjoys diversity, she said, and wealth of nature, as well as aesthetic values. It is one of the most important marine reserves due to the environmental elements it contains and the nesting site of sea turtles in the Gulf region. She said, we're keen to implement many varied activities on Sir Nair Island, and the highlight is this annual festival. She said the event is aimed at highlighting the island's position as an environmental and tourism destination. She said our agendas include contributing to the importance of Sir Nair Island both locally and internationally, get people to know the island and educate the young generation about the negative effects of human health and marine environment created by dumping waste. This is one of the more fascinating places in Sharjah because since 2000, it was designated a protected area by His Highness Sheikh Dr. Sultan bin Muhammad Al Qasmi, the ruler of Sharjah. So what happened since is this is the place that hasn't been defiled by human presence because we do pollute things sometimes. So you have a rich biodiversity, fascinating species, things you see there that you can't see anywhere else. And this destination, this island, was included in the UNESCO preliminary list of World Heritage Sites due to its acceptance in a memorandum of understanding of the protection and management of marine turtles and their habitats in the Indian Ocean and Southeast Asia. So I can't wait to learn more about this fascinating and rich place over the next few days as this festival ensues.
It is an incredible place that it is actually distinguished by its sandy beaches and clear waters and also the richness of its coral and also marine life. And if you're just wondering where this island is, it's actually located 60 miles northwest of Sharjah. And it has an area of approximately 13 square kilometers. And it has the advantage of being of international importance and was included in the Ramsar Convention on Wetlands of International Importance, especially as waterfowl habitat due to its preservation of biodiversity. And as you mentioned, Ahmed, it was also included in the UNESCO preliminary list of World Heritage Sites because of its acceptance in a memorandum of understanding on the protection and the management of marine turtles and their habitats in the Indian Ocean and Southeast Asia. And the EPAA here in Sharjah, it basically seeks to protect the environment and its natural reserves, wildlife, and their biodiversity through their scientific studies that they conduct and their research. And the authority also publishes educational awareness material and it implements policies for environmental awareness programs, and also it launches specialized campaigns in the field of environmental awareness and education, in case you're wondering what the Environment and Protected Areas Authority does here. And that's why they're also keen on preserving the importance of Sir Nair Island.
Yes, indeed. And this upcoming event is starting today, in fact, and it's going to be taking place today and tomorrow. So it starts today morning, a two-day extravaganza to contain environment, cultural, and heritage programs as well to enlighten people's awareness about biodiversity and the efforts to conserve it as well. So stay tuned to Pulse 95. We've got a lot of stories lined up on the program this morning. Up next, we'll talk about the state of oil prices. More and more countries opening up, vaccine programs taken to the next level. How will this bode for travel demand around the world? Stay tuned for that and much more right here on Pulse 95.
Stocks, docks, and barrels. This morning's big business recap.
Hey everybody, let's get into oil now. Oil prices have been surging. They've hit their highest in more than a year following a decision by OPEC and allies to stick to the plan to gradually restore the supply, along with the slow pace of nuclear talks between the United States and a country here in the region.
Yeah.
Now, Brent rose $1.1 or 1.6% to settle at $71.35 a barrel. That is enormous. In fact, the highest since January 2020. And the U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude rose $1.11 or 1.6% to hit $68.83 a barrel. And according to analysts, the oil market has been welcoming that OPEC Plus decision to stick with its existing production plan. In conjunction with positive global demand indications, prices are gaining further as well. We're expecting, based on these numbers, a major recovery in the demand for travel.
That's right. The Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries and its allies, together known as OPEC Plus, well, they're expecting a recovery in demand, and they agreed on Tuesday to maintain their plan to gradually ease supply curbs through July. And that's when they're going to have their second meeting, is July 1st, to discuss further what's going to happen. Now, the OPEC Plus meeting, it took basically 20 minutes, shortest in the group's history.
Wow.
Which kind of indicates unity among members and their confidence in the market's recovery, according to what analysts are saying. And OPEC Plus data shows that the group is now more upbeat about the pace of rebalancing things, especially in the oil market, obviously, than it was a month ago. And according to Saudi Energy Minister Prince Abdulaziz bin Salman, he said solid demand recovery in the United States and China and the pace of COVID-19 vaccine rollouts, that can only lead to further rebalancing of the global oil market. That is obvious. And analysts are saying that we expect oil prices to move well beyond $70 per barrel towards the mid-year, which we're in right now. And analysts also said that the slow progress of the nuclear talks that are happening with a country nearby, it provides breathing room for demand to catch up before their oil returns to the market if a deal will be struck or basically reached.
And energy analysts also say the world is in for higher oil prices, but so far there's no consensus on how high and for how long. But one analyst quoted by major media outlets said, "We think in the next 3 years we could see $100 barrels again, and we stand by that."
Ooh.
That would be a 2022, 2023 story. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it would be. And here's why they're saying it. They're saying part of it is the fact that we have OPEC kind of holding all the cards, and the market is not particularly price responsive on the supply side, and there is a lot of pent-up demand. We also have a lot of inflation everywhere. Oil has been lagging the rise in prices across the economy. So the expectation is, we're going to reach those $100 barrel. It's just a matter of time as well. And right now, in a position where prices are rising, companies are reportedly reluctant to invest still. They are paying down debt and increasing dividend at the moment. But rising demand amid the recovery is definitely the major headline here. Welcome to the post-pandemic world, is what analysts are saying, describing the rapid growth in demand between the first quarter and third quarter by 7 million barrels a day. An incredible case now where it looks like travel is rapidly resuming all around the world in light of the easing of restrictions. This is the story to talk about now.
Definitely. And oil is also benefiting from decarbonization spending as it's creating economic stimulus, and commodities, they're being underpinned by scarcity in supplies, as well as stronger demand from the U.S. and Europe after the 2 decades in which China was basically the predominant buyer. So we're going to have to see how this all rolls out. I hope it doesn't get too high. Prices.
For our sake.
For our sake. But,
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on the state of oil prices as well. And in light of that, we're also going to be talking about travel restrictions, the overall state of travel around the world, where the demand is heading in light of these rapid vaccination campaigns as well. So stay tuned to Pulse 95. Here's Save Room for Us by Tanashi.
If you liked this episode of the Morning Majlis, drop a like and subscribe.
95.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram for all our daily updates and top stories.
Pulse.